Hi, Assalamu alaikum. Are you going to the death? It means you are going to more near and more closer to the death, and it means what is the possibility behind it. We will also understand. But remember that things, basically you will die. You will never possible to survive throughout the hundreds of years. Basically your age is limited, like basically 80 to 90 years or 100 years, but less chance to live more longer as 100 years. But why? What is the factors behind the death? So what is this, and how you are going to more aging and more problem and more disease, a lot more things. In this way we will understand about why you will die. So that is important things, and why you are gradually decreasing your ability to survive. So that is important things. So basically number one important thing you should need to understand, and we will also understand about how to reverse it, but not too much reversion. It is basically limited reversion. For example, 10 year more or 20 year more, but no more increase the life. But you should live healthier life. That is the important main point for understanding. So that is why you should live longer but healthy. No, you should live longer but unhealthy. So that is problem. In this way, basically, you are living in the environment where the oxygen level is 21%, and the past time the oxygen level was 15% and going on 20% and no 21% oxygen. Why? Because the growth of the plant and more photosynthesis increase the growth of the plant and increase the more oxygen, and the consumption of the carbon dioxide to plant increase the oxygen level. When increase the oxygen level, so you are consuming the oxygen because you are living in the aerobic condition. This is the aerobic condition. If the oxygen not present, so you live the anaerobic condition, is known as the hypoxic condition, for you to understand better, for your cell basically. So in this way your basically your cell will basically living in the normoxia condition. Basically is the oxygen level is normal, so providing the oxygen for the aerobic respiration. And where the aerobic respiration occur? Remember, in the mitochondria. So remember, in the mitochondria, the electron transport chain requires the oxygen. And why require the oxygen? Because the electron transport in the electron transport chain, and in this way 4 complexes, and in this way go, and in this way whenever it will lose the energy, when electron excite, it will travel along the electron transport chain. When drop their energy due to the pump out the proton, and in this way the energy will lose, and in this way the free electron will bind with the half molecule of oxygen, and the 2 proton combine together to form water. But this is not enough, and in this way sometimes the leak of the electron from the electron transport chain bind with the oxygen will lead to a free electron as a free radical. This is the reactive oxygen species, known as the reactive oxygen species. Reactive oxygen species will react with the tissue to damage the tissue. So that is why, because it is free radical which that bind with the several type of, for example, the bilayer of phospholipid. When bind will damage the bilayer of phospholipid. When bind with the organelle or attract or combine with the organelle will lead to cause many problems. In this way, the problem is that the reactive oxygen species will produce every time whenever you are respiring, whenever you will consume the oxygen, and whenever the mitochondria use that oxygen. So a lot more oxygen is not trapping the electron to convert the water, but the free electron combined with the other oxygen, and oxygen converted into the hydrogen peroxide. So remember that thing. Basically remember just the hydrogen peroxide production. which that is lead to more electron acception, and in this the more reactive oxygen species produced. For example, the normal O2 will combine with another additional electron to convert the free radical. So in this way, the reactive oxygen species become a reactive oxygen species. It will react with the other tissue. And in this way, the increase of the reactive oxygen species will lead to damage the mitochondria, even damage the whole tissue. So remember, the whole cell and tissue. And in this way, the damaging is very slow process. It is not fast. But this slow process of the damaging due to the aerobic respiration, due to the consumption of the oxygen, we can stop it by our own aid. How? So let's understand about that. The antioxidant, good healthy diet, fasting, exercise, which that our body realize that the stress, this all stress will lead to realize our body to prepare the body for next level for the injury. So the hypoxic condition creation, which that will lead to realize the next level of the hypoxia, and in this way your cell will activate the longevity gene activation like SIT1 gene, and the mTOR inhibition due to the fasting. AMPK pathway will activate for the clearance of the damaged cell. In this way, the damaged cell will be recycled. So I hope you make sense about that. Basically, you are continuously going to the death, but you can decrease the duration of, basically you can decrease the time, you can increase the time of living as happily and healthy. So you can increase your lifespan due to the certain stressors like hormesis. And in this way, you can change yourself. And the hypoxic condition you can create in the gym. And the hypoxic condition is very important for your growth of your muscle, and for short, I am not going to detail. Growth for the short, growth for the muscle, growth for the bones, and growth of your brain. Even the whole body will grow due to the hypoxic condition as a short duration. But the long duration is the chronic stress of hypoxia. The hypoxic stress will lead to cause damage of the basically the tissue and cause cancer. But the short stress, the hypoxic condition will increase the angiogenesis, increase your blood vessel. But remember that things, the aerobic respiration will lead to increase the reactive oxygen species and oxidative stress. How to suppress this is due to the ketogenic diet, which that contains omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acid, even the vitamin A, vitamin K, vitamin E, and the other short chain fatty acid, which that is important for the inhibition of the reactive oxygen species, even the oxidative stress inhibition by this mechanism. And in this way you will live more younger and you will look more young. That is why, due to the increase of the antioxidant and increase the antioxidant, it can be a supplementation or it can be a good healthy food like the green vegetable, which that contain a lot more antioxidant as compared to the meat or others. And on the other hand, you can intake the more protein, which that protein itself is an antioxidant. You can live longer by this activity. And in this way, remember, you are going to die because the aerobic respiration creates more stress, and this oxidative stress will lead to damage the tissue gradually. That is why your skin and your eyes, your basically the voice and your breathing mechanism, all your body will be damaged gradually. That is why you will go into the death. So that is why the possibility of the death is 100%, but you can reverse and you can move back due to the changes of your lifestyle. I am again explaining and revising that basically the exercise and fasting, on the other hand the antioxidant containing products like food, green vegetables, salads, and on the other hand the hypoxic stress for short duration, which that is important for your body. And on the other hand, the other shocks you can apply to your body for live longer. So I hope you make sense about that. In this way you will grow more because the HIF1 alpha production more, and whenever you will go into the starvation mode, the PGC1 alpha will increase, will lead to biogenesis of the mitochondria. But HIF1 alpha is important for the insulin resistance prevention, diabetic inhibition. On the other hand, a lot more disease inhibition due to the normal angiogenesis and more growth of your brain and growth of your body due to the increase of the growth hormone. So that is why HIF1 alpha is important for increase the growth hormone, and that growth hormone increase the insulin like growth factor 1, which that is very important anti-aging factors. So thanks for watching. If you like my video, please make sure to subscribe, like and share. I am also making the handwritten tutorial about the biomedical science, but in this time I am stopped due to several problems like hot weather and a lot more things. So soon I will upload more and more tutorial for understanding better the science of the aging. See you in the next video. For this time, bye. Allah Hafiz.